Welcome to This Explainer. All right, I want you to picture something with me. Imagine waking up on a completely normal Monday morning. But let's fast forward a bit. It's the year 2028. You grab your coffee, check your calendar, and head into the office expecting just another routine day. But as you walk through the glass doors into this beautifully lit, cinematic, almost photorealistic futuristic workspace, bathed in that dramatic blue lighting like something straight out of a premium Netflix documentary, well, something is noticeably different. You look around and it hits you. The manager's office? It's entirely empty. There are no team meetings being led by some stressed-out department head this morning. There's no supervisor walking the floor checking attendance, and absolutely nobody is swinging by your desk to ask for status updates on that big project. You sit down, open your laptop, and instead of a message from a human, you get a notification. So you kind of have to ask yourself, who exactly is your boss now?
Okay, let's dive into our first section, Monday morning in 2028, and the algorithmic schedule.
The sheer scale and speed of what happens before you even take your first sip of coffee is, quite frankly, staggering. Your morning notification pops up and reads, "Good morning. Your tasks for today have been optimized based on your recent performance, workload, project deadlines, and current business priorities." Think about that. No human sat down with a cup of coffee and created today's schedule. Instead, step 1, an AI analyzed literally millions of data points across the entire company. Step 2, it instantly evaluated everyone's workload and impending deadlines. And finally, step 3, it assigned highly optimized tasks to every single employee. The whole shebang happened in just a matter of seconds, driven purely by lightning-fast algorithmic analysis. Zero human intervention.
Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds like a scene pulled straight out of some sci-fi thriller. It feels cold, maybe a little intimidating, right? But let's pause and break that futuristic tension for a second. Because here's the wild part. The foundation for this exact reality, it's already here. We are not talking about distant, unimaginable technology. Which brings us to Section 2, the building blocks today, moving from assistant to manager. Companies all around the world are already experimenting with AI agents that do way more than just answer trivia questions. And honestly, think about it. We already blindly trust algorithms to navigate our heavy 2-ton cars through rush hour traffic, right? So taking workflow directions from one, it's really not a huge leap. Right now, they're scheduling our meetings. They're summarizing long email threads so we don't have to read them, thank goodness, prioritizing our daily workloads, and analyzing employee productivity. They're even assisting with hiring and helping executives make strategic business decisions. We're actively transitioning AI from being a passive tool to an active coordinator, one that performs tasks and makes recommendations with very, very minimal human input. Let's take a standard administrative task today, like asking for time off. Just imagine these systems becoming a bit more capable over the next few years. Instead of sending an email to a human and waiting days for an answer, you just submit your vacation request directly to the AI. Boom. It instantly cross-references project deadlines, current staffing levels across your department, team availability, your previous leave history, and all those complex company policies. It makes a definitive decision in seconds. No waiting around, no back-and-forth emails, no awkward meetings with your boss. Just done.
But that leads us to Section 3, the algorithm never forgets and the new performance review. You see, this constant monitoring builds into continuous tracking. Instead of relying on a human manager's, potentially flawed memory or personal opinion during an annual review, the AI continuously analyzes your exact metrics. It's tracking your project contributions, your response times on Slack or Teams, your collaboration patterns with colleagues, your raw number of completed tasks, and direct customer feedback. Every single action you take at work contributes to a constantly updated, living, breathing performance profile. Now, for some employees, this level of tracking actually feels incredibly fair. It leads to a much more consistent workplace. Supporters of this tech are quick to point out that when everyone is evaluated using the exact same strict data criteria, it strips away the personal biases, the favoritism, and those subjective judgments that human managers are, let's face it, often guilty of. It's this relentless pursuit of objective fairness. As they say, decisions become more consistent because everyone is evaluated using the same criteria. But for others, this creates a profound discomfort. Imagine going to work knowing that every single meeting you attend, every email you draft, every deadline you hit or miss, and every project you touch feeds into an algorithm. And the real catch? It literally never forgets, and it never stops learning. Your entire professional existence is just boiled down to a permanent algorithmic profile.
So let's look at Section 4, efficiency versus empathy, the ultimate comparison.
This brings us to a really critical contrast. A biological human manager takes holidays, gets distracted, and has good or bad days that naturally affect their mood and their leadership. An AI boss, on the other hand, never gets tired. It never needs a coffee break. It simply observes, calculates, and optimizes continuously. Supporters strongly believe this unyielding optimization will massively improve efficiency, cut down on bloated management costs, and allow companies to make lightning-fast decisions.
But critics see a very different, kind of scary possibility, leading to a massive question. Can empathy actually be programmed? Think about it. What happens when the algorithm inevitably gets something wrong? If you have a family emergency or a personal struggle that's affecting your work, can you explain your nuanced human situation to a piece of software, the way you'd sit down and explain it to an empathetic human manager?
It raises this intense, documentary-level tension. What happens when numbers become more valuable than people? There is a very real fear that in the pursuit of pure, unadulterated productivity, we could completely overshadow human creativity, nuance, and employee well-being. If efficiency is the absolute only metric the machine cares about, well, the human element of the workplace is at severe risk.
All right, moving on to Section 5, the future of leadership, humans as coaches. Here's the thing. Most experts don't believe humans will be completely eliminated from the management equation anytime soon. Instead, we're seeing a massive shift in how we work. Back in 2020, AI was largely just an assistant. By 2024, we saw it handling routine decisions and summaries. But by 2028, the consensus is that human managers will evolve entirely into coaches. The AI will take over the heavy administrative burdens, the scheduling, the reporting, resource allocation, the planning, essentially freeing up the humans to do what machines simply cannot.
With all those administrative tasks gone, human leadership is going to focus heavily on emotional intelligence. The primary domain of human managers will be motivating individuals, resolving complex interpersonal conflicts, fostering out-of-the-box creativity, and building really strong, cohesive teams. These are the highly nuanced areas where human empathy still deeply, deeply matters.
But we can't ignore this fundamental truth. Every single year, AI becomes more capable. Let's just remind ourselves that tasks we considered practically impossible just a few short years ago are becoming everyday realities right now, today. These systems can already write comprehensive reports, analyze dense legal documents, generate complex software code, create entire marketing campaigns, and coordinate incredibly complex workflows. The pace of advancement is just staggering.
So the question is no longer whether AI will become part of management. We know for sure it will. The real question is, how much authority are we willing to give it? The technological capability is no longer the bottleneck holding